What's up, YouTube? Chris here. It is October 21st, 2014, and I realized that I haven't really made a video on my personal changes, like physical changes, in quite a while. And I know I've been posting a lot to like my social networking page, and a lot of my family and friends are on there and they're keeping up on my videos, which is great. However, some of my physical changes, I probably wouldn't share with them. So, I guess, disclaimer that I was going to go through kind of my head to toe changes throughout the last 6.5 months, which has been 28 weeks. And if you are a personal family or friend and we do not talk about my body parts, then I would probably just stop watching. Because I know that when I was looking at videos before I started transitioning, I found it really helpful to know like what the heck was going to go on with my body. And I just want to be a good resource to other people too, because I'm sure everything happens differently for everybody. So I just thought I'd recap and maybe expand upon some of my changes. So I have, I think like my first few months, I noticed like some physical facial changes. When I look back at some pictures and stuff, my face felt kind of puffy, and I feel like I'm kind of growing into my own now, where I don't feel like it's like that, but I can only imagine like what my body was going through. Now all of a sudden having this hormone that I never had before, and just your body trying to reacclimate itself. So, like, head wise, I know that I've mentioned before, but like my hairline just kind of got a little bit more distinct. I do here I've always had it's just been a little bit thinner. Like when I actually had long hair, I used to just call them like my wispies, because there was just like this hair here that really didn't grow too much, and like when I had a ponytail, it would always come out and stuff. And so I noticed maybe the last month or so with getting my hair cuts, this side in particular just feels like it's thinning a little bit more. So who knows there, but otherwise just my hairline I think a little bit more distinct. I did notice the other day I was looking at my face and I noticed like my eyebrows were a little bit thicker, and some of the color of the hairs were a little bit different, like a little bit lighter. And on my body, any new hair that's growing, it starts out like really light, a peach fuzz-ish. And so when I was looking at that, I was like, oh wow, so I think I'm growing more hair in my eyebrows. Different. So definitely my face has changed a lot. It has filled out, I guess. When I look at other pictures of myself, I feel like my face was kind of narrow, and now there's definitely just more to it, like with my cheeks and around my eyes. I notice in pictures a lot, and I'm sure like even in down here, it all just kind of has changed a little bit. So that's definitely different. I think that when some of the changes first started, it was kind of weird to look and see somebody just a little bit different. But now, like, I love who I see in the mirror. It makes me feel really good. I'm still always interested at how other people see me, because I think it's different than how I see myself. But then, like, I am getting hair, like little sideburns, yay me. My facial hair is kind of crazy. Down here, it grows really fast, so I can shave and by the next day you can definitely see hairs, which I'm totally not complaining about. But I do have like a spot like right here, there's like a circle. If I don't shave every few days, it just is kind of bald there. And so, and then also like here-ish to here is all just kind of light. So when I'm out in the sun, it kind of reflects on it. So I usually will just keep this shaved up and just kind of let that be for a little while because it kind of hurts if I shave too often. My sensitive skin. So that's kind of there. My shoulders and my muscles have definitely filled out. I noticed it pretty early on in the t-shirts that I'm wearing, and even a t-shirt I put on last night. I was like, wow, you just think it shrunk. So I'm filling in a small men's now, and I'm not too sure. I might need to go to medium soon, but I kind of like my shirts a little bit more fitted, so it's really, really comfortable. And then I think that towards the end of the year, when I don't have to wear a binder anymore, it'll feel just even more comfortable. So I really look forward to that. But I also like being able to get into a men's medium and just have it be comfy instead of like super duper huge. So that's pretty neat. But yeah, definitely like muscle growth, and then like, I don't know, you probably can't see it, but my muscles there and here and like all down here is just kind of crazy. I have gained 14 pounds in the last 6 months, which it feels pretty ridiculous. When I got on the scale at my 6 month checkup, I could have had like a shit fit. And as a female before, I totally would have. That number would have driven me over the edge. I probably would have been like dieting and exercising like crazy. But the thing is I'm actually being able to fit into a smaller size jeans, and I'm filling in my shirts, and I know it's just muscle growth. So I feel good about myself. Whereas if I would have been at that number before, I probably would have felt like a fat cow. So that is pretty ridiculous. Other muscle growth to be like on my legs, my calves, and my thighs are definitely getting more muscular. So it's weird to kind of look down and see so much muscle, just because it's never really been there before. So that's pretty fun. My, let's see, other hair growth, definitely on my chest, which is really weird. It kind of comes up to like here, and it's starting to get darker and longer, and so that is really different. The first little bit that I noticed, was like, yay, chest hair, and then as it kind of started to grow, like on my boobs, I thought that was a little odd. I kind of had a little dysphoria about that because it didn't look right, definitely. It made me feel wrong in a way. So that took me back a little bit, but I'm totally cool with that. And then just like, it's really interesting how men grow hair different than women. Like on my arms, like the inside of my arms, I've never had hair covering my tattoo there, and so now the hair is growing in the inside of my arms. So that's different, and it's getting a little bit darker going down towards my hands. My stomach is like ridiculous. It's like a forest. I mean, I'm gonna be able to like braid it soon and stuff. So that's definitely really different to have so much stomach hair. And then leg hair, of course, it just continues to grow. And actually, like, I walk around and I think I have more leg hair than some cis males, which is really interesting. So, and then my hair on my legs, like, going down to my feet and things like that. So, let's talk about my chest. When I first started wearing a binder, I didn't like the way that it made my boobs look after I would take it off, because I kind of felt like my boobs didn't do anything wrong to me, and just because they didn't feel right on me doesn't mean I should treat them badly. And when I first put a binder on, I felt like changing the way that would just be so weird. I don't know if that really makes sense, but after wearing a binder for the last 6 or greater months, 7 months or so, my breast tissue has changed, and it's just kind of like a little bit more elastic, I guess, and a little less boob-like. And so, I mean, whatever, it is what it is. But just in the beginning, I kind of had a problem with that because, I'm just used to them being, I guess they were not so bad looking boobs. And so then to kind of think of me changing that was really different. But I love wearing a binder because I love the flat appearance of my chest. And so I've just noticed, though, that over time it has just changed the way that my breast tissue is. It's just more elastic, I guess, and less bouncy boob-like. Um, so, so that's different, but I do have top surgery scheduled in December, so that will be fantastic. And let's see. My clit grew pretty quick in the beginning. My first month or so, it really grew a lot, and it really took me back because I wasn't expecting it to happen that fast. It was really uncomfortable for me to walk around most days because it was growing and it would just kind of rub on my underwear, and walking kind of felt uncomfortable. It was really, really sensitive. Any sort of sexual activity I really couldn't handle too much because it just was so, so sensitive, extremely sensitive. And that kind of simmered down over like the first 3 months, and so that was nice. That kind of mellowed out. Then I kind of felt like around like 6 months, maybe in the last couple weeks, 2, 3 weeks, I kind of felt like it might be growing again because it was getting to be really sensitive, and I could just feel more there as far as like erogeneously, and it reacts like if you're turned on and things like that. So I was kind of just noticing a little bit more of those types of things, and that was just a little bit different because I hadn't felt that in a while. So I kind of felt like that might be growing a little bit more. My sex drive definitely like peaked in the beginning and kind of mellowed out probably around 4 months. In the last couple months, it's just kind of been okay, which is great because I felt like I was horny all the time. It was really, really distracting when you're trying to go about your daily life. And so that's kind of mellowed out, which makes me feel so much better. I also was not expecting like hair to grow on the backside. I just really didn't realize that cis males really had that much butt hair. So that was kind of a little bit different too. I wasn't really expecting that, but I mean, what the hell are you gonna do about it? So I think that's like a lot of it. I definitely feel stronger. I feel like I have a lot more energy than I did. I feel like my appetite maybe just this last month has increased. I feel like I can eat all the time. And I really hadn't felt too much of a difference in that. My mood has always been really stable, which is nice. I'm on 100 milligrams IM every week. So that's where I'm at on that. So it's kind of a summary of my 6 months on T changes, and then we will just see what the next 6 months has to bring. It's pretty exciting. It's an awesome journey. I love it. I'm so happy that I made the decision to transition and just live my life as authentically as I can. I am extremely happy and blessed, and life is just good. So, thanks for watching, and see you soon.